Welcome. This is the second part of Class 9 Social Science Geography Chapter 3, that is drainage. In the previous module, we have studied about few terms and the difference between the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. Now we'll see the major Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. The major Himalayan rivers are the Indus and the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. First, we'll see the Indus River system. River Indus is supposed to be older than the Himalayas. Why? Because it rises from the north of the Himalayas. It rises from Tibet near the Lake Mansarovar, and it flows towards the west and enters India in Ladakh district of Jammu and Kashmir. There it is met by many of its tributaries like Shio, Hunza, Zaskar, Nubra, etc. And river Indus flows through Baltistan and Gilgit, and it emerges from the mountains at Attock. The major tributaries of river Indus, the Satluj, Beas, Ravi, Chenab and Jhelum, they join river Indus near Mithankot in Pakistan, and from there river Indus flows towards the south and flows into the Arabian Sea just east of Karachi. River Indus is one of the longest rivers in the world. Its length is around 2,900 kilometers, and very less part of River Indus basin is located in India in the states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab, and rest is in Pakistan. Now we'll see the Ganga River system. Ganga River system, the river Ganga, it has two head streams. These two head streams are Bhagirathi and Alaknanda. Bhagirathi is fed by Gangotri Glacier and it is joined by Alaknanda at Devprayag. From there, it flows as river Ganga. River Ganga flows through Himalayas in Uttarakhand, and at Hardwar, it emerges into the plains. The length of river Ganga is over 2,500 kilometers. Ganga is joined by many tributaries from Himalayas. The major tributary is the river Yamuna. It is the longest tributary of river Ganga. It rises from the Yamunotri glacier. Other important tributaries which meet river Ganga from Himalayas are Ghagra, Gandak and Kosi. River Ganga also has some tributaries which join river Ganga at different places, and these tributaries, they originate in the peninsular plateau. They are Chambal, Betwa and Son. The river Ganga, when it is joined by its various left and right bank tributaries, it is enlarged with water and it flows in the northern plains eastwards till Farakka in West Bengal. This is the northernmost point of the Ganga delta, and the river bifurcates here. It flows as Bhagirathi Hooghly in the deltaic plains of India to the Bay of Bengal. And from Farakka, it enters Bangladesh. There it is joined by another mighty river, that is Brahmaputra. Together they flow as river Meghna, and they fall into the Bay of Bengal, making the largest delta in the world, that is the Sundarbans Delta. River Ganga is known as river Padma in Bangladesh, and Ambala is located on the water divide between Indus and Ganga river system. Now we'll come to the Brahmaputra river system. Brahmaputra also rises in Tibet, east of Mansarovar Lake. This river is also older than the Himalayas. In Tibet, it flows towards the east, and from Namcha Barwa, it takes a U-turn and it enters India in Arunachal Pradesh through a very beautiful, very picturesque gorge. Here it is joined by many tributaries like Dihang, Dibang and Lohit, and it flows through Assam and it enters Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, it is known as river Jamuna. Brahmaputra is also one of the largest rivers of the world. Brahmaputra, because it flows through an area of very heavy rainfall. It carries a huge amount of water and it has a braided channel. And because of this water, the river overflows its bank during the rainy season and it causes widespread devastation due to floods in Assam and Bangladesh. So these are the major Himalayan rivers. Now we'll come to the peninsular rivers. Most important peninsular river is the Godavari. This is also known as the Dakshin Ganga because of its length, which is about 1500 kilometers. Its drainage basin includes Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. It rises from the Western Ghats, it flows towards the east and falls into the Bay of Bengal, forming a delta. Next important river is the Krishna. It rises from the spring in Mahabaleshwar and flows for about 1400 kilometers, reaching the Bay of Bengal. Another important river is the Mahanadi River. It flows through Odisha, Chhattisgarh into the Bay of Bengal and its length is around 860 kilometers. There are two important rivers in peninsular India which flow towards the west. They are Narmada and Tapi. Now, why they flow towards the west, which is against the general slope of the peninsular plateau? Because these two rivers, they flow through a rift valley which has its slope towards the west. These two rivers flow into the Arabian Sea. They do not form the deltas, they form the estuaries. River Narmada, it rises in the Amarkantak hills of Madhya Pradesh and it flows towards the west and it makes very beautiful locations. The marble rocks near Jabalpur is one of them and it also forms the Dhuandhar Falls where the river plunges over steep rocks. These are the important picturesque locations made by river Narmada. Tapi River rises in the Satpura ranges in the Betul district of Madhya Pradesh and it flows in a rift valley parallel to the Narmada, but it is much shorter in length. So you see, these are the major rivers which flow towards the east. Now towards the south, the most important river is the Kaveri. This rises from the Brahmagiri range of Western Ghats and it reaches the Bay of Bengal in south of Kudalur district in Tamil Nadu. And its length is about 760 kilometers.